Conductivity, also known as electrical conductance, is simply a measure of how easily electricity flows through a given sample of water. Now, if you were to have pure H2O, you wouldn't expect it to be able to carry any electric current because it's actually an insulator. So when we measured the conductivity of water, we're actually measuring the quantity of how many conducting particles are within that water. This allows it to be a good general measure of water quality. You can sample for basically the quantity of anything that is conducting electricity within the water. So commonly we're looking for, salt pollution, any kind of metals in the water, or other inorganic molecules that are going to be able to carry an electric current. However, it's worth noting that we're not able to distinguish what is causing the increased conductivity, simply that there are particles that are increasing the water's ability to carry an electric current. The meter that we use for Stream Team also measures total dissolved solids, which is simply a measurement of the total mass of all dissolved particles that are within the sample. As with conductivity, this is a broad measurement. You're measuring for multiple different things, but not necessarily distinguishing which of those things is present. And there are many different things that can lead to an elevated TDS reading. So that can include salts, metals, minerals, agricultural runoff, sewage, chlorine, and many more. Pictured here is the conductivity meter that we use in Stream Team, and you'll notice that at the end of that cord is a probe, which is what is submerged in the water to take the reading. Housed within the end of the probe are two electrodes that allow for the measurement of conductivity within the sample. So once you get your sample, the first step is to place it on the stir plate and add a stir bar, and then turn the stir plate on. This machine has a magnet in it that turns the stir bar within the sample, which allows you to make sure that the sample is thoroughly mixed. You want to adjust it to find a moderate rotation so that you're mixing the sample without, risking any splashing. Then the next step is to make sure you rinse off the probe to make sure it's completely cleaned. We use DI water or deionized water to make sure that we're cleaning the probe without potentially affecting the reading. And then you can also use a chem wipe to wipe it down and make sure it's dry before you place it in. Careful not to damage the probe at the end. Then you're going to insert the probe into the water and make sure that it's fully submerged so that that probe is entirely underwater to make sure you're getting an accurate reading. Our meter reads conductivity, salinity, total dissolved solids, and temperature. You can see here that I'm pressing the mode button to switch between the different functions. So when you add the probe to the water sample, it'll take a minute to get a reading, and then once you have that reading, you can switch to another mode to collect all of the information. For Stream Team, our volunteers are provided with this sheet, which allows them to record values for each sample for conduct.